We'd like to introduce you to our unstoppable mom, Susan Loughery Rodrigues. Her story begins 59 years ago with an engagement night visit to St. Patrick's Cathedral. The man of her dreams had just popped the question, and after saying yes, they stopped in for a quiet prayer and to ask God's blessing. She said a prayer of thanksgiving for the wonderful man in her life and prayed that they would always be blessed with a baby in their home. 1 year after their wedding, our mom gave birth to the first of 8 babies, the 8th born just after her 40th birthday. After baby number 5, though, it seemed that maybe her family was complete, but that didn't stop our mom. From 1964 to 1969, Mom and Dad opened their home to foster newborns awaiting adoption. Unstoppable generosity. Our parents raised 8 children and provided a loving start to foster newborns in a 1,400 square foot one-income home. With 1 shower and where washing machine, dryer, dishwasher, vacuum cleaner, and stove seemed to run 24/7. Grocery shopping was a shared task performed every 2 weeks by Mom and Dad, adhering to a tight budget, making purchases from Dad's infamous list that included items to get as well as those not to get. Unstoppable discipline. Still, that never stopped our mom from turning small amounts of simple ingredients into fabulous stretchable meals served every night at the dining room table where to this day anyone and everyone is welcome. Unstoppable hospitality. Our mom is definitely not a gifted singer or dancer, but that never stopped her from being the life of the party or starting a conga line or dancing on tables, all while inciting raucous laughter, or belting out her own rendition of Sinatra's New York, New York. Unstoppable fun. And while we assure you that you don't want to hear it, all big family gatherings include Mom leading a chorus of the old Irish folk song, Happy Are We All Together. Unstoppable tradition. Kelly and Michael, if you knew Susie like we know Susie, you'd agree. Oh, 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 what a gal. Mom has the gift of gab and unstoppable wit. She is the friend everyone calls when they need a good laugh, a shoulder to cry on, honest advice, a giant hug, or a wake-up call to reality. She knows no strangers, only friends. Unstoppable kindness. She is the one we all call for medical advice, especially pediatric. And after almost 6 decades of mothering, her advice is some of the best you'll hear. Unstoppable wisdom. In January 2010, after weeks of illness, her doctor came out of the operating room to tell us that Mom's life was ready to stop. He explained in grave detail what a simple cold would do to her lungs and heart. At that moment, the world seemed to stop. But with the help of modern medicine and the steady support of our dad, Mom is an example of how to age with grace, dignity, and how to triumph over challenges, predictions, and prognoses. Unstoppable determination. That was 3 years ago this past New Year's Day. Mom just celebrated her 80th birthday and definitely shows signs of slowing, but not stopping. Just ask her 2 granddaughters, beneficiaries of Mom's love for dolls and an impromptu post-Christmas road trip to Miami's American Girl doll store. It's the kind of day that Mom considers golden. 3 generations sharing a somewhat indulgent, memory-making day of unstoppable laughter and love. Ask her doctor, whose diagnosis she continues to defy and who cannot explain why she is still here. We believe it's her heart, her spirit, and her faith. And she has no plans for stopping now. She is still married to the man of her dreams. Oh, and remember the prayerful moment in St. Patrick's Cathedral in 1954? The blessings continue. There are still babies in our parents' home. Mom insists on assisting with the care of her 3 youngest grandchildren while their mom works as an NICU nurse. She'll tell you that the source of her own joy lies in her 8 children, 16 grandchildren, and the anxiously awaited arrival of her very first great-grandchild. So now, Kelly and Michael, we must ask you to stop and question, why would you pick our mom? After all, she's 80 years old. Our mom has always been frugal, sacrificed, lived within and below her means, stayed in the same small house, never had more than 1 car, never had a spa day, never indulged herself, but always indulged her babies. The grand prize would allow her to live out the last part of her life without a financial care in the world. And while the money would be a wonderful blessing, we believe the message in her life story is one that so many in our hurried, unstoppable world would be blessed to hear. For our mom is unstoppable proof that it's possible to live an abundant life while raising happy, well-adjusted children on 1 income with just 1 car, in shared bedrooms, and without convenience food meals. She is a true and genuine role model of how to be a mother and a constant abiding example that is inspiringly unstoppable. Sometimes as parents we think the best thing we can do for our children is go, 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 when really we just need to stop. Stop and listen, stop and learn, stop and cherish, stop and love, stop and live. Kelly and Michael, please tell the world what we already know, that the best gifts we can give each other really have no price tag at all. Tell everyone that our unstoppable mom is the winner, and put a big, huge, fat cherry on top of this magnificent, unstoppable life of love.